Napakaliwanag nung sinabi niyo noon at mas malabo di hamak ngayon. Talaga bang may assassin na na-identify nung Pebrero o wala?
Wala pong na-identify nung
Bakit
February.
niyo sinabi
Kasi-
doon sa House of Representatives na yung dahilan na nagpila ng kaso kasi meron na kayong assassin?
Madalas naman kami magkikita ni Director Matibag dahil marami siyang iniimbestigahan na kasama ako doon. So I'll be seeing you, Mr. Director.
We are ready, Mr. Presiding Officer. For the witness. Sir, nung May 13, you're recorded as saying, katunayan, nakiusap nga po ako kay John Consulta na puntahan kami dito sa Sequoia Hotel dahil meron po kaming planning mula po pa kaninang umaga, and you went on to say nandun ka with all the deputy directors, etc. Do you confirm?
Well, kausap ko po si John Consulta.
No, just confirm, sir. Did you say
Yes, I
that na
talked
nandun
to-
kayo sa Sequoia? Hindi, yun lang. Yung statement
Ang
na
haba
yun.
po kasi yung statement nyo.
I just
pasensya
need
na.
you to confirm, did you say that you were in Sequoia?
Yes, I talked to
Thank you.
to
So
John
you are
Consulta.
confirming. Okay.
Yes po.
And then later on, dinagdag nyo, wala kami sa Senado, we are on stand down because that's the instructions. Did you also say that?
Yes po.
Thank you. Meanwhile, in another interview, you then said, mayroon request si GM Veloso to help them secure the area kasi napapansin nila na magulo, labas-pasok. Nagpadala kaming ilan lang na ahente, parang 4 to 6 na tao, na nag-iikot sa premises ng GIS. Hindi pumasok sa Senado. I am quoting Inquirer dated 13 May 2026. Did you say this?
Yes, sa GSIS po.
Okay, thank you. So, I asked now for the kind indulgence. May papa-flash lang ako. It's just a photo, dear colleagues, both parties. Paki-flash lang. So, sabi nyo nasa GSIS. You confirm na nasa GSIS yung
Tama
mga
po.
ahente mo. Ito, I'm just showing the Senate website for the record. Senate website. Tapos po, nandito po sa right corner. Can you read it, sir? It says contact information. Can you read it?
Hindi ko po
Okay,
mabasa.
paabot ko sa page yung same thing. It is just the Senate website. Page, pakiabot. Thank you. Pakibasa lang po yung address ng Senado.
Contact information, GSIS Building, JW Jokno Building, Pasay City, 1300 Metro Manila, 632-8552.
Okay na po yung phone number, no need.
Opo.
So pakiulit, ano hong building?
GSIS Building po.
Opo, kasi nag-iisa lang naman ho ang address namin. Umuupa po kami dito sa GSIS. Iisang building lang ho po yun. And for the record, kung saan nakita yung tao mo, likod lang po yun ng office ni Senator Loren Legarda. Nasa video po yun. I will not bother everyone with that. Kung gusto nyo, Presiding Officer, I can, but for now, I won't. Kasama po yun sa area na inuupahan ng Senado sa GSIS. We are paying rent for the information of all. So yan po ang gusto ko lang ma-establish. It seems kasi po na you swore an oath, no, to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Is that correct?
Yes po.
Thank you very much. So, sa kaalaman po ng ating mga nanunood at masigasig na taga-subaybay ng mga kababayan natin, Rule 133 on the weight and sufficiency of evidence. Sabi sa Section 1, preponderance of evidence, in determining where the preponderance or superior weight of evidence on the issues involved lies, the court may consider all the facts and circumstances of the case, the witness's manner of testifying, their intelligence, and also their personal credibility. Furthermore, in Section 11 of Rule 132, a witness may be impeached by evidence that his or her general reputation for truth, honesty, or integrity is bad. So, nag-ring na yung bell. I will be loyal. I will follow this na lang. Pero may record pa sana akong papakita. If the body wants, I will show the video na sinabi din po ni NBI Director in interview, wala pong nasaktan, wala pong nangbugbog. But we have a video. Alam po ng lahat ng mga kasamahan natin na yung OSAA, yung aming pong personnel, binugbog. May video po tayo niyan. I leave it to the body. I leave it to the presiding officer if we want to take up the time of this court to show that. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Senator Judge Pia Cayetano. Senator Judge Alan Cayetano is recognized for his interjections and interventions. And if there are no other senator judge that will do so, the presiding officer shall make Mr. interjection. Senator Judge Alan Cayetano may proceed.
Before the questions, just two manifestations. No?
The gentleman may proceed
Yeah.
with his manifestation.
First of all, to the NBI director, he looked at me when I smiled a while ago. I wasn't laughing at you or anyone. Nung sinabi mo lang 6'7" kasi, yung or 7'6", mga pamangking ko, basta't sinabing 6'7", nagtatawanan na.
Naintindihan ko po.
I
Nakita ko
hope
po kayo
you weren't,
doon.
yung iba kasi hindi, baka akala ko anong
I
ibig
understand
sabihin.
po.
And we're on
Yes
TV, so we can be on opposite sides, but we can be very professional, di ba?
Salamat
So,
po.
the second manifestation, Mr. President and Honorable Presiding Officer, you know, much have been said about technicalities, humahaba to, may mga relevant, irrelevant. So I just want the prosecution and defense to know, because we're gonna go on a short break. Short lang naman, SONA sa Monday kontra SONA sa Tuesday, makikita tayo sa Wednesday. Both sides, you're doing a good job. Both sides. I mean, the prosecution, your job is to prosecute, and the defense, your job is to defend. The onus is on us. May tinatawag na defense senator judge, may tinatawag na prosecution senator judge. Wala pa akong impeachment dito na hindi nangyari yan. 'Di ba? Ang importante, hindi lang yung resulta, but yung proseso. And I always say, democracy is messy. If you want a dictatorship, it's less messy, but it's a dictatorship. May problema. You want a democracy, it's not, di ba? Having said that, I have a lot of questions, but I want to show Senator Raffy Tulfo some good faith, because he always shows me good faith when we're in the lounge. Hindi ko na itatanong today, since I think in the next few weeks, madalas naman kami magkikita ni Director Matibag dahil marami siyang iniimbestigahan na kasama ako doon. So I'll be seeing you, Mr. Director. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Senator Judge Alan Cayetano. Senator Judge Amy Marcos is recognized for her questions and interjections. You may proceed, ma'am. You have 2 minutes.
Yes, thank you very much to our presiding judge. Kumusta Attorney Mel, Congresswoman Ann, at sa lahat na narito. Itatanong ko lang, kasi sinusundan ko rin yung kwento ninyo, na kahapon sabi ninyo na 100% certain na si VP Sara contracted someone over the alleged plan to kill the president as well as 2 others. Tapos, ito naman, corroborative naman ito, nung sinabi ninyo, nung 29 April yata sa House of Representatives, na sinabi rin ninyo, meron na kaming leads at mukhang talaga yun ang findings. Kaya may grave threat at inciting. Tama ba na sinabi po ninyo to?
Tama po. Meron pong report po.
At alam din natin na nag-file na yung NBI February 2025 na ng inciting to sedition case against BP nung February last year. Ngayon, nagtatanong lang ako, 14 months later, as late as 29 April, the NBI still has not identified yung supposed assassin. Does it mean na at that time na nagpila sila ng kaso ng inciting noong Pebrero na nakaraang taon, the NBI wasn't even sure if there was an actual assassin? Alam ko before your time to, no, Mel? Pero tinatanong ko lang, how can the NBI be sure there was really a contract if they can't even identify the said assassin?
Respectfully po, Your Honor, magkaiba po kasi ang elemento nung yung pong kaso ng grave threat saka inciting based on the investigation report at based po sa findings ng NBI noon, nakumpleto na po yung elemento ng grave threats saka ng inciting to sedition. Hindi naman po kailangang mahanap kung sino po yung kinausap na assassin. That is not an element for the filing of a complaint.
So ang sinasabi po ninyo, tama yung pagka-file, pero hindi kompleto yung mga findings dun sa affidavit of investigation dahil yan din ang sinabi ni NBI agent Attorney Longtok na nandito siya at pinahiwatig niya na siya ay lead investigator pero wala siyang personal knowledge of whether there was an actual assassin. So, why is it that 14 months after filing of the cases, the assassin is yet to be named? At ngayon, humihingi pa kayo ng 3 hanggang 6 na buwan para tuklasin kung sino nga yun.
Ganito nga po, yung pong grave threat at inciting to sedition, nandun na po sa DOJ yan. That is the subject of a resolution na dapat gawin ng DOJ. Magkaiba po yan, ihiwalay po natin. Ito pong ating investigation dito is an investigation because of the continuing active and serious threat to the President amounting to the effect na yung national security is only being compromised.
Pero
So
hindi
doon po
po
natin
yan.
tinitingnan.
Hindi po yan ang sinabi ninyo eh. Kasi ang sinabi ninyo doon sa House of Representatives, sa Justice Committee, maliwanag, sa amin nyo na meron kaming leads at mukhang ito na talaga ang findings. Kaya nga po nag-file ng kaso ng grave threat at inciting to sedition. Sabi ninyo, yan ang dahilan. That was your statement. Because if you stand by these words na may finding na talaga, at yun ang dahilan kaya nagpila noong February, as early as February, the date that the NBI filed, the NBI already had findings that VP Sara spoke with an assassin. How come kayo ngayon, sinasabi ninyo na wala naman nung panahon na yon? Ganon din ang sinabi ni Attorney Lotok. So, hindi ko maintindihan ngayon, talaga bang may assassin na na-identify nung Pebrero o wala?
Wala pong na-identify noong February.
Bakit niyo sinabi
Kasi-
doon sa House of Representatives na yung dahilan na nagpila ng kaso kasi meron na kayong assassin?
That is totally magkaiba po na issue. Again, babalik po ako.
Pareho yung issue eh, kasi yun din ang inaalam ng Justice Committee noon eh. At ang
Ang
liwaliwanag na sabi nyo, yung dahilan na nakapagpila na sila ay dahil natuklasan na yung assassin.
Wala po akong sinabi doon na tuklasan. I also mentioned at that time that there are persons of interest. Again, we have to go back po na yung inciting to the
Hawak
sedition
ko
and
po yung
grave threat.
transcript kasi.
Okay
Oo.
po, tama naman po yung binabasa niyo.
Kaya nga nag-file ng kaso kasi meron na kaming leads.
Well,
ang liwanag ng pagkasabi ninyo eh.
we are referring, may lead na nga po, ibig sabihin, yung pong grave threat, completed na eh. Meron ng threat. In fact, tumatawid na po tayo sa merong kinausap. And we are already talking about na doon sa admission ni mismo ni Vice President Sara na meron siyang kinausap na papatay at pumayag yung papatay.
Parang napakaliwanag nung sinabi niyo noon at mas malabo di hamak ngayon. Ngayon, bakit kinailangan pa mag-issue ng AO11 kung talaga namang continuing investigation? Dahil ba ito sa April 12 yung sinasabi niyong Rage Coalition?
Kasama po yan, paulit-ulit ko pong sinasabi na there is a 5 points na tinignan po natin na ginagamit po ng isang secret
Yes, we're
service.
aware of that. The sexual, economic, etc. Alam naman natin yon kasi yan din ang gamit ng US, di ba?
Tama po. Kaya po, merong ongoing investigation. Sinabi ko na yung threat is serious, continuing, and active, na ito po ay tumatawid na rin to the level of national security.
Kung talagang may pattern of violence, doon sa Rage Coalition launching, andun ba si VP Sara?
Wala po.
Ganun pala eh. As a matter of fact, she wasn't even there. Siya ba nagsalita? Siya ba nagsabi nun?
Si Mayor Basti po.
Are you implying na may conspiracy kay VP Sara at Mayor Baste to have the president killed?
Yan po yung aming tinitingnan. Kanina po, tanong ni Senator Ping Lacson, tinitingnan po natin kung mayroong sabuatan po na nangyayari.
May katibayan ba tayo dito sa conspiracy? Dahil matindi ang pinag-aralan nyo bilang abogado. Sapat ba ito para ipakita na may conspiracy dun sa dalawa?
Yun po din yung sagot ko kanina kay Senator Ping Lacson, kaya po hindi pa nakasuhan sapagkat tulad po ng mga kaso na pumapasok at alam po ng mga abogado na conspiracy is sometimes harder to prove than the crime itself. That's why we have to make a case build-up para masiguro po natin ng isasampang kaso
Sa
ay
madaling
lulusot.
sabi, wala pa pong katibayan ng conspiracy.
Yun po yung tinitingnan nga nating anggulo, kaya
Yun
tinitingnan
nga,
ng
pero
mga
sa
ebidensya.
ngayon, habang tayo ang naglilitis dito, wala pa.
Kung meron na po, na-file na po namin yan. Kailangan po lumusot ito under Memorandum Circular number 20 of the Department of Justice.
Ngayon,
Reasonable certainty of conviction.
alam natin yan. Ang sabi ninyo, yung Special Task Force, ano ang gagawin ng Special Task Force kung natumbok na rin yung assassin nung Pebrero pa? O
Then-
natumbok na ninyo ngayon na nasa ilan na interview ninyo? Ano ang gagawin sa mga assassin na to?
Then, kailangan po natin silang imbestigahan at kausapin kung gaano kalawak para malaman po natin kung huminto na ba ang threat sa presidente. Sapagkat alamin natin kung sino po ang makakausap.
Dahil maraming nagtatanong kung bakit pa kailangan mag-case build-up samantalang eto na tayo sa impeachment trial, eto na tayo na wala pang actual assassination, kaya hindi naman maintindihan kung ano pa ang silbi ng Special Task Force.
Alam po ninyo, yung pong dito sa impeachment, magkaiba po yung requirement eh. Hindi naman po natin kailangan pang ipresenta kung sino yung kinausap na assassin. Ang importante lang po rito ay yung admission mismo ng Vice Presidente na humanap siya ng mamamatay para patayin ng Presidente at iyon ay pumayag. Doon po papasok na yan. Dahil po, respectfully, dito po sa impeachment court, hindi naman po necessary na may criminal conviction. Kaya po inilatag po yan kung ano-ano yung mga basehan po.
Kindly wind up,
Sa
Senator
ating
Judge Amy.
presiding judge at pati na rin kay Attorney Matibag, ang ating direktor, sabi po ninyo na matutumbok ninyo ito sa loob ng 3 hanggang 6 na buwan. Kung maaari, sabihin na ninyo sa amin, pwede naman i-disclose kung tutuusin at sasampahan naman yan ng demanda through regular filing, hindi dito sa impeachment. At di naman siya subject of arrest for inquest proceeding. Bakit hindi sabihin? Or kung maaari, bumalik na lang kayo in 3 to 6 months. Pwede bang i-requestion kapag meron na kayong natuklasan at napunteriyang assassin?
Again, ang sagot ko po dyan, iba po naman yung national security protection at impeachment. Dito po sa impeachment, yung sinasabing betrayal of public trust ay pumasok na po dahil meron pong sinumpang tungkulin ng ating Vice Presidente to protect and defend the Constitution, execute the law, do justice to everyone, and consecrate herself to the service of the nation.
Alam po natin
Yung
yan.
pong ginawa niya po, papasok po yun sa betrayal of public trust kasi enforce the law, do justice. Pero ito po, execute the law, ito execute the president po eh.
Alam po natin yan, pero binubuo natin ang mga elemento ng grave threats at inciting to sedition. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Senator Judge Amy. Any other Senator Judge who wishes to make an interjection? Unless Senator Judge will have some interjections then. Just a few questions. Anika, kindly turn on the timer too, just to be sure that I'm within the time. Director Matibag, ito ba ang unang pagkakataon na may binuong task force para mag-imbestiga sa mga banta laban sa Pangulo?
Sa pag-aalala ko po, opo.
Sa kasaysayan ng NBI?
Based on the records turned over to me, wala po.
Hindi po ba normal, regular at ordinaryo lamang na magkaroon ng banta? Ang Pangulo, ikalawang Pangulo, o sino mang mataas na opisyal, o sino mang mayaman dito sa ating bansa.
Tama
Kaya kami mga bodyguard sila, di ba?
Tama po yan. Araw-araw po ay alam natin na may threat, pero magkakaibang level po.
Tama po yun. At kung may mga threat tulad nito, at kung ito ang unang pagkakataong ginawa ito ng NBI, ang humahawak ng mga bantang ito ay ang PSC na, o PSG dati. Tama po ba?
Tama po. Kaya po, meron po kaming coordination po.
Yan. Tutumbukin ko na po yung mga punto ko para hindi ako lumampas sa oras na sinusundan ng lahat. Sa inyong investigasyon, may bayad po ba yung kinausap ni VP Sara? Kung 100% certain po kayo na may kinausap siya para patayin di umano ang Pangulo, may bayad po ba yun o libre?
That is the part of the investigation po that we have to establish po.
So sa ngayon, hindi pa po niyo sigurado kung pagkakaibigan lang o samahan lang o may bayad yung usapang yun?
Tama po, but we consider every possibilities po.
Ngayon, would it matter, Director Matibag, kung sino yung sinabihan niya? Kasama po sa 5 yung pamantayan na binanggit po ninyo ay identity of person involved and capacity.
Tama.
Halimbawa po, kung ang kinausap ng ikalawang Pangulo ay kaklase niya sa college na nagtatrabaho sa call center, relevant po ba't mahalaga yon? Kaugnay ng capacity, hindi ba? At kaugnay ng identity ng taong kinausap.
That will be considered in the investigation po.
So ibig sabihin, hindi po yun babagsak sa valid threat, hindi po ba?
Hindi po natin alam at kailangan pong alamin yung kung ano yung pag-uusap o ano po ang mga konsiderasyon.
Pero base sa inyong karanasan po, kung retired police, retired military, active police, marahil. May punto kayo, hindi po
Mas
ba?
malaki po ang posibilidad.
Pero kung walang military background, walang background kaugnay sa paggamit ng anumang uri ng armas o walang background kaugnay sa anumang karahasang nagawa na niya sa kapwa niya, may basehan din po yun para sabihin yung kabaligtaran, hindi po ba?
Titingnan po natin, tama po.
At bilang panghuling katanungan, ito pong inyong task force ay binuo para imbestigahan ang mga banta laban sa Pangulo. Wala na po itong kinalaman sa ikalawang Pangulo mismo kaugnay ng mga kasong isinampa na laban sa kanya na grave threats at inciting to sedition.
Tama po, Your Honor.
Thank you, Director Matibag. Unless there are any other... Senator Judge Legarda, I'm sorry, you are recognized. I thought there was no other Senator Judge. That's why I already interjected. Senator Judge Legarda for her interjection. Senator Soto? You have 2 minutes, ma'am.
I guess I'm the last to ask. I don't know why the majority senators, Macho Block, don't want me to ask simple questions on national security. Keep on laughing. No, this is levity aside. It's a barkada talk. It's very simple. I studied national security. I'm a graduate of my master's in national security. I was discussing it with former General Lacson, Senator Lacson, because the words national security have been used many times in this hall in the past few days. So my questions are very simple to, just for the record, he's my friend, my compadre, Director Melvin Matibag, and Congresswoman Ann. Okay. So hindi po dahil nagpapalambot ako dahil kumpare ko siya, gusto ko lang ipahayag ang simpleng katanungan dahil madalas niyong ginagamit, national security. At alam to ni Melvin, I'm a national security, I won't say expert, graduate, I studied it. Batay po sa inyong kaalaman, records o ebidensyang nakalap, meron bang mas malawak na koordinasyon sa isang interagency task force o coordinated action sa pagitan ng inyong bureau, ang NBI, ang Presidential Security Command or Group, perhaps ang Philippine National Police, or even the National Security Council or ang NSA, at iba pang mga ahensyang may kaugnayan dahil sa mga alleged na pahayag ng ating Vice Presidente?
Meron po, ako po meron makikipag-usap po sa PSG po, may coordination kami. Katunayan, yung pong aming ibang inaksyonan ay base po sa intel report po sa amin ng PSD, ng Presidential Security Command. At meron din nga po ako, nabanggit ko na kanina, pakipag-ugnayan po sa military at sa security cluster through the Executive Secretary po.
So all of these discussions, are there issuances, memoranda, notices, minutes, directives, reports, official documentation na nagpapatunay sa naturang coordination ng task force?
Yung pong aking mga report ay akin pong isinusumite through the Office of Executive Secretary po.
How long have you had this interagency task force, and is there such a name of a task force? Where was it? Kailan po tinatag? Kailan natapos? Was there a terminal report? And would you consider it, you've always said it's a national security concern.
Well, there's no specific task force, but the coordination, as I said, is to the Executive Secretary, but we are also coordinating with the Presidential Security Command and on the military group po.
Mr. Presiding Officer, would the reports of the interagency task force na tinatag ng NBI be given to the body so that we have an idea of the investigations conducted by the NBI? Has it been submitted?
let the presiding officer make a distinction. Again, the court should be a passive body. We should be receiving evidence through the
Through the prosecutor or the defense?
through the
yes.
counsel
To the
of the
counsels.
parties. Unless someone would present it, the court should simply await its submission, if at all, through the parties.
So my question would be, was this submitted as part of your evidence, the terminal report and the investigations conducted by this interagency body? Because it's the first time I'm actually realizing that there was such an interagency body and that this was actually discussed in the National Security Council.
Well, sabi ko nga po through the executive secretary, we have been making reports, and for reasons that I mentioned yesterday that I cannot give the reports for that are confidential in nature, ay hindi ko po ito may bahagi sa impeachment court po na ito.
So wala pong pinabigyan ng maski anong mga kopya ng reports, even just a summation of all these investigations.
It was given po to the executive secretary po.
And this court has
Wala po.
no copy of it. Therefore, I would terminate my questions here. And if we don't have a copy of that report, then we leave it at that. Thank you very much.
Salamat po.
Thank you, Senator Judge Legarda. If there are no other senator judges who wishes to make interjections, is there anything that either of the counsel for the parties wish to state before we adjourn? Attorney Binluan, I see you standing up.
None at this time, Your Honor.
If there are none, Chair would now like to dispose of some administrative matters. First, the Chair would like to remind the parties in connection with the conference for the marking and/or transfer of markings and comparison of video exhibits. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the Rector Room, this shall proceed. Senator Judge Soto, what is your pleasure, sir?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, kind sir. Won't we dispose of the witness first?
You're correct, sir, Your Honor.
Thank you.
If there are no further questions, Director Matibag, you are excused, sir. Thank you for your time, thank you for your cooperation, and thank you for your patience as well.
Salamat din po.
You are
Magandang
excused, sir.
hapon po.
Thank you po. Magandang hapon po. To restate, the conference tomorrow at 10 a.m., the parties are duly reminded at the Rector Room. Number 2, subpoena shall be issued. The clerk of court is directed to issue a subpoena to Ms. Violeta Constantino, former Land Bank manager, and Ms. Nenita Camposano, former branch manager also of Land Bank, for the resumption of trial on Wednesday, July 29 at 10 a.m. unless the court issues a subsequent order recalling or changing the date of the same. And one last point administratively, Chair would like to remind the parties to this case of Article 18 pertaining to the rule on making comments or disclosures on the part of the prosecutors, counsel for respondent, and their witnesses. I say this because I noticed that Attorney Tolosa, who is a registered counsel for the panel of prosecutors, and Attorney Poa, who is a registered counsel for the respondent, are both serving as the spokespersons as well. Thus far, both have been very careful, but as the trial goes on, it might take its toll with respect to the spokespersons and counsels at the same time being able to distinguish between the merits of the case and purely procedural observations and/or facts. So you might want to consider, in order to give a freer hand, nominating a spokesperson that's purely a spokesperson that is not limited by the rules of the impeachment court with respect to what he or she can say. Because for your information, the court is also will be monitoring the statements being issued by the counsel, by the counsels for the parties, for the information and guidance of the counsels. And since this is the last witness of the panel of prosecutors for Article 4, Chair would like to inform the senator judges that the pretrial order allocated 11 days for the presentation of this article by the panel of prosecutors they actually consumed only 6 days given the withdrawal of certain witnesses. We consumed 3 days for oral arguments on the subpoena, on the interjections and debates with senators, and on the opening statements of the parties. A total of 9 days have been spent, therefore, since we started. So we are still ahead of 2 days based on the timetable given in the pre-trial order. I hope we can be able to continue along these lines. Yes, counsel for the respondent.
Your Honor, maybe inquire of the order of presentation for Wednesday next week, Your Honor.
It will be Ms. Violeta Constantino, as I understand, and then Ms. Nenita Camposano.
We confirm, Your Honor.
In that order, Your Honor.
We confirm, Your Honor.
In that order. Any other matters? There being no other matters? Yes, counsel?
No other matters. One other matter, Your Honor. So more than one witness per day.
We will be issuing the subpoena for both in case I have no idea if it's going to be a short, direct, and cross and or recross. So we shall see.
We will
Kindly
submit, Your
prepare for the 2 witnesses on that date. If there are no other matters, Chair yes, Senator Judge Pia is recognized, ma'am.
Do I assume, given that we seem to be continuing in the same manner of presentation of witness, that I understand the presiding officer discussed with counsel about changing the order? Is that still on the table, just so we can also prepare?
It is, but we will find out by early next week,
Next
as
week.
intimated by the parties.
Okay.
That's why the chair earlier
Okay.
stated that the subpoena shall issue unless it will be recalled, as may be dictated by the circumstances. We will discuss it once there is agreement among the parties. Absent one, then we shall proceed as scheduled. There being no other business, trial is hereby adjourned until, kindly take note, 10 a.m. of Wednesday, July 29, 2026.